What's up out there in internet land? Jersey Joe here, fresh off my civic duty to America. That's right, I served my country today on jury duty, and now I'm here to serve myself some alcohol and chat with my little bro online, Joel over there in Vegas. Joel, what's going on tonight? Nice hat, by the way.
Las Vegas 51s because it's alien season.
Yeah, once again, we're online talking about aliens and science fiction because today we want to know what your opinion is. Feel free to run a conversation down below and chime in because we want to know, do the men in black really exist? You know what they are, right? They're the guys in the suits that show up to intimidate you after you've seen or reported a UFO, or, you know, they basically don't want you to talk about it, or do they? Are they real? Are they fake? We want to hear your opinion about it as we have a conversation. But Joel, we'll go to you first. Do you think the men in black really exist?
Yeah, definitely. The government exists. It's just the government. It's the Secret Service. It's the secret part of the government. I don't know, man.
Have you ever seen one?
It's probably not quote-unquote men in black, but there's definitely people that tell you not to say anything about aliens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a whole part of the government, you know, that they don't want you to talk about when you see things like that. And back in the 80s, that TV show Unsolved Mysteries, which used to scare the hell out of me, made me fear of aliens, by the way. Remember that show with Robert Stack? Perhaps you can help solve a mystery. That was one that would tell you about, you know, after you report or see a UFO, these guys in the black suits would pound on your door and start talking to you and be like, hey, you don't say anything or you're going to die. Do I think they really exist? Me personally, I kind of think no. I kind of think it's a little bit of science fiction. I think there may have in the 80s been like some government guys that would show up and intimidate you and like not want you to talk. But now you don't hear about this anymore. So I'm going to actually say no, I don't think they exist. But Joel, you think they do. Well, let's find out what you think. Our audience can put this to a poll, by the way. And here's crazy. So get this. I put it out on Twitter. It's 50-50, you guys, between real and fantasy, whether you think it's true or not. What do you think about those numbers, Joel?
Well, it matches. All two people that voted probably, yeah, one had an opinion like me and one had one like you.
What's interesting is we put these polls out there. We've never actually had one before that like evened out like this. So it's kind of crazy. But hey, I want to hear from you guys. So I do have some comments from you. So let's take our first comment of the night. And David says, dude, they are real. The truth is out there. Oh, he's referring to the X-Files. I mean, the Men in Black, they are a perfect plot point for the X-Files. Did you ever watch the X-Files, or did you, Joel?
No, I was too little. And then when I wasn't too little, I didn't care.
Yeah, it just came back, and I think they're going to bring it back again on Fox, more the conspiracy theory.
I still don't care.
Yeah, and I think that's basically what a lot of it is. Some of it, it's just conspiracy theory. Do you believe, do you not? But while I was out and about this weekend, I asked some thirsty New Yorkers out and about on town. Here's what they had to say.
I am going to say yes. I think they exist.
Why?
Because there are too many reports that they show up at certain sightings.
I think they don't.
Why?
Because I think all men are in white all the time.
It's pretty ridiculous to think that somebody exists that has like what they have in the movie where they can erase your memory. That's just a totally ridiculous concept. They don't exist. Unless they hit me with that, and I don't remember it.
Do you agree with Jen? Should all men wear black?
I wear black, but that's only because I've known so many people that have gotten murdered. But I wear black just because there could be a funeral at any moment.
Your boy Trey, he chimed in right now, by the way, and says, I don't care. It's pretty funny, Trey. Thanks for joining
I like Trey.
in. Yeah, no, Trey's awesome. So, I don't know. I mean, you know, I think it's just a bunch of BS now. I really think it's just an intimidation factor. I mean, what about you?
There's too many incidents where there's a lot of similar stories. And those similar stories, like go on Wikipedia, just for example, and search like UFO. And it'll come up with like thousands of different accounts. And you can click on them all and go to the links to each article. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them have a lot of things in common, and that includes over a couple of decades. And it just doesn't seem like a coincidence. It's kind of like the Bill Cosby accusers. When there's a certain amount, it's probably not a coincidence anymore.
That's a good point. But the only thing I'm going to say is now, like in the days of all the government cutbacks and not having a lot of money, I think they're more focused on right
51.
Now. Yeah, I think they're more focused right now on like following Al-Qaeda and ISIS than they are trying to shut Americans up for seeing a UFO, or at least threatening them with death. I can see it working in the 80s, but now with the internet and technology, it's possible, but it's highly improbable, I think, because if that's the case, then they would have been caught on camera just like everybody else. And I don't think they're aliens are. I think they were part of the FBI just trying to intimidate people. I mean, what better way to get them to shut up than threaten them with death or prosecution? That'll pretty much stop anybody. That's why you can't get to Area 51, which your 51s are named after.
Yeah, but also that was like back when you had to report shit Now you can just go on your phone and be like, hey, you know, if you say something, I'm going to kill you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then send, and then the person's like, oh, okay, I guess I won't say anything.
Well, here's my point to this, because I did jury duty today, and even when you're in the courthouse, they're telling you can't use your phone in the courtroom when they're interrogating, you know, when you walk in and talk to you, and people were still on their phone. The bailiffs were walking around yelling, saying, hey, don't be on your phone, dude. So that's why I'm saying if this thing kind of would happen now, you'd have security cameras on buildings would catch it. You can't just walk up to somebody's home or apartment building anymore and just think that you're going to intimidate them in that way.
Okay, yeah, okay, I agree. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, Trey agrees with this too. He's just saying, you know, with technology, why don't we see more? He's right. I mean, that's exactly my point. If they are out there, why don't we see more? So I agree with Trey.
Well, maybe the aliens have technology too.
Well, okay, so what would you do if one showed up at your door and told you, hey, you saw a UFO, shut up, you're going to die? Would you be intimidated? I know I would be.
I would too. Because it's just you, and they can murder you, and they're the government, so they can say anything. They can already say anything. They can kill anybody they want and say anything. But yeah, but I would just like play it cool and ask for money or something. And then if they said no, I'd be like, okay, I'll still be quiet.
Yeah, Trey just chimed in once again, and he's saying, why don't we see more or hear more? He's still proving my point. Oh, and he's also saying government cover-ups. I think he's right. I think there are definitely things the feds don't want you to know. But I just think, I'm sorry, I think the Men in Black is one of those things that got cut in the budget. That's my opinion. But you know, hey, if they show up the door here, and I really don't want them to because I'm a good American. But you know, I don't want bothered by something like that. So I would hope that definitely they're not around anymore.
The only Men in Black I believe in are Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, everyone in the agency, and all the Men in Black movies, and all the real Men in Black that actually exist.
And Trey's chiming in once again saying, I don't know. So, hey, he's filled into our 50-50 percentage poll here. So, actually, we didn't figure this one out. Usually we normally do on our shows, but this time we're split across the board. Do they exist? Do they not? 50-50.
I don't know. Maybe we need more people to chime in with better answers than you and I.
Well, you and I aren't experts either. I mean, and yes, I've seen a UFO before. Yes, I've done some web shows about it. So I definitely think other things out there do exist.
You get abducted by the UFO.
If I did, I don't remember. They hit me with that little flashy thing.
Did they put anything in your ass?
Not that I recall. And I don't want anything put there either. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I want to thank our live viewers, by the way, for joining our conversation today, and click that subscribe button down below. And Thursday, don't miss my Kicking Back with Jersey Joe web show. This week, completely unrelated topic, Yankees milkshakes. They're good. I found a bar in New York City that creates these beautiful pieces of works of art for $14. They are Yankees milkshakes. You can see what they're all about Thursday at noon on Kicking Back with Jersey Joe. Tune in, Joel, because it's all about baseball and milkshakes.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with milkshakes, by the way.
Or beer.
Or beer. Amen to that. Thank you, live viewers. Joel, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time, I hope.